TikTok is transforming content creation for influencers and brands.
What TikTok is achieving is that brands are now more than ever adapting themselves and speaking the code of the platform.
Don't be afraid of using TikTok. TikTok is a platform of test and learn. It's all about getting the learnings and getting better and understand what your audience is engaging with.
Normal TV sports ads don't perform on TikTok. So you've still got to hire these creators. It doesn't matter whether they are superstars or small creators.
It's great to demystify, like, oh, it's so expensive to do a call to action and boosting advertising on TikTok. Brands, if you're listening here today, it is not super expensive.
That's the point where the best creators have got. After exploring the algorithm, they found the great formula.
Hi everyone, I'm Mara Genovese, the founder and CMO of Emerging Power, global influencer marketing agency. And today we are here once again on our Influencer Marketing Uncover podcast, bringing you behind the scenes insights, anything is related to influencer marketing, because we love to talk about it. And we love to see that our guests are coming all over the world to join all this conversation with us. Today, I'm here with my lovely Alex Vilev, our campaign manager at Emerging Power. And together, we are super happy to be joined by the incredible Jaime Vargas, CEO and founder of Tickers Agency in Spain. He has over 10 years of experience in the media and in marketing industry. He has led his agents to be today the #1 agency in Spain, exclusively represent more than 100 content creators on TikTok, which is amazing. So in today's episode, we'll be exploring together how TikTok is transforming content creation for brands and influencers around the globe. We love to talk about TikTok, and we could not have wished for a better guest to engage us on this conversation. Alex, how are you today?
I'm great, Mara, and I'm so excited to be co-hosting today's episode and to be joined by our amazing guest all the way from Spain. Jaime, first of all, I would like to thank you for accepting our invite and joining us for this conversation. And I want to kick off this conversation by asking you to tell our audience a little bit more about your professional experience and about yourself.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure, and thanks for inviting me. Well, as I think Mayra pretty well summed up all my career. Well, our experience, my experience. I say our because my experience has always been related to my companies. I've been over the last 10 years, even one more, I think 2 more, just trying to be sort of pioneer in the influencer marketing industry in Spain, and always wanting to be one step forward from the market. What I've always tried to do is to be even one step forward than trendy. You know, it's always trying to discover these new features and finding before the others what's going to explode in our hands before the others do. And that's pretty much what we did. Like 1.5 years from today, it was like December 2019, and we started cooking this Tickers Agency project. And it's been really amazing. And sorry for my English, first of all. Quite amazing and rushing, but quite interesting 1.5 years.
Amazing. And I'm very impressed about your story, because you're saying that 1.5 years, you have built your own agency. You have over 100 TikTokers sign off on your agency. And this is quite impressive because Emerging Power, when I started the business 5 years ago, you were a talent management agency. We're not actually an agency that worked direct with brands. And I know that it's not easy to build a holster of talents into your agents and represent them and make them engage with your agents. And I think what you have achieved in a year and a half it is amazing. And how smart, right? You were, because you saw an opportunity. TikTok is a platform that is here to stay, and it's a platform that will continue to evolve, and it's a platform that is so key now for brands to be jumping in to work with talents there and also create their own content. So, but let's like talk about. Of course, we're here to talk about TikTok, and then you have a great expertise. So, first of all, on your point of view, because you started as agents because you saw TikTok was transforming, right, the way creators create content. So, tell us about your vision when you're starting creating your own business, and how do you see that TikTok is transforming content creators creation for influencers and brands, and where do you see this evolving?
Well, I think maybe I'm going to the word that I'm going to repeat the most here is naturalness. What made me fall in love at first sight with TikTok was naturalness. I think that before TikTok, the social networks. Well, that's something we'll have to speak later, I think, because is TikTok a social network or not? But um, I think the social networks, or at least the creators, made content, and mainly it was focused, I think, in showing off. So I think that TikTok suddenly came into our lives, and TikTok, of course, there was a boost called the COVID-19. Okay, our project was going to take like double or triple it took to grow and to settle as it settled today. But I think the keyword was naturalness, because suddenly we've found ourselves at home, lockdown, and people were uploading videos. They didn't mind. You could record themselves into their toilets or into their living room. So nothing minded. At least the videos were absolutely natural. And well, I've spent all my lives trying to tell brands that you should adapt yourselves to the creators, or to the to the place where you're going to place yourself. You should listen to the creators. And I think what TikTok is achieving is that brands are now more than ever adapting themselves and speaking the code of the platform.
Amazing. And I love the fact that you said about the TikTok is all about natural, organic, very raw content. And I think that's one of the reasons that TikTok became this phenomenon, right? Because there is no barriers there. You can be whoever you want it to be. You don't have to think about the perfect, content video, whereas other platforms, especially like Instagram, which is much more, tailored, much more thinks through, much more higher production. And
Mhm.
TikTok came as a platform that it's there for everyone. You don't necessarily need to be, a creator with 1 million followers, but if you're a creator with a 10,000 followers and you're a great creator, that's the platform for you. And I think that's the beauty of TikTok. So let's talk about, working with TikTokers. Do you feel a difference between working with TikTokers creators compared to other creators from other platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or Tweet? Or do you think, from your point of view, that your talents are also doing TikTok, but they are also creating different content on platform, or is more just dedicated to TikTok?
Yes, there are two differences. One of them has got to do mainly with their life as creators. Most of them are so young. I don't mean young as young people, but as their short life as creators. They're also young, most of them, But when treating with someone that's absolutely new here, it's like a UFO. It's just landed here, and well, what's going on here? Most of them, at least in tickers, most of the creators were absolutely new, and they hadn't worked with brands ever. So it's everything's good. So they're happy. They're not, oh, when these creators, superstars that have been like 10 years working with brands, and sometimes it's like they're doing you a favor. No, this is work. We're paying you, so this is not a favor. So this enthusiasm they've got is great, but also yeah, as you said, they are creators in other platforms. They can work on Twitch, and we represent them in all their platforms. But when it takes to TikTok, they feel more allowed than other creators to say, just give me a chance to have my word here, and to give my opinion, and to please tell this to the brand. The brand is not following the correct path. I think we should change this, or change this, maybe because it's got to fit their codes, maybe because of the algorithm, maybe, well, but they feel more authorized than other creators to say, this is not going to work. Why don't you speak to the brand? Okay.
In terms of like TikTok, as you mentioned, like TikTok is a very unique platform. It's all about like being natural and like being your true self, being authentic. Like there's none of, living my best life or any of that similar to other platforms. So just wanted to ask, in your experience, like when you launched the agency until now, what are the main things that you have seen that brands are missing to do on TikTok and that they should be thinking more about incorporating within their influencer strategies?
um what brands are missing on TikTok? Investing more? No, no, it's just a joke. I think that brands they're pretty now. Some of them are pretty a bit frightened. What's going on here, and I know I've got to be on TikTok, but I'm scared. Should I be there as a brand? Should I speak as on the creators' profiles, just let them communicate? Um, I think that's what they should do. The next step for them is maybe all of them just don't be scared. Just create yourself your profile and start communicating. Because I think since this is a quite young platform, I think that mainly the main reason that made them be a bit scary is, well, is this just going to be a trend, or is TikTok here to stay? So now they're seeing that TikTok came here to stay, and the next steps, I think, what they're missing is creating their own. Put yourself the tent here. Don't be scared, and communicate from your own profile, and use the content creator to enrich your, sorry, the creator's content to enrich your profile. Okay.
And as we talk about brands, one of the things that we as an agency sometimes when we're discussing with our clients about potential opportunities of developing campaigns on TikTok, because echoing what you just said, we truly believe as well that brands should be investing more on TikTok and be less afraid of the platform, right? Because it is a different platform, but it's a platform that can really build brand awareness, that can really drive, brand advocacy. And then there's an opportunity there for conversion as well if you combine the creators' content into paid advertising. But one of the things that every time we're in this discussion with our brands, they question us about how does the algorithm works on TikTok. So we'd love to get you now today to our listeners, and then hopefully we have one of our clients here listening in brands as well, to explain how the algorithm of TikTok works and how brands can benefit from the different way that the algorithm works versus Instagram.
Well, this is a bit like the Coca-Cola's recipe, so I'll change it. I'll exchange it if you have the Coca-Cola's recipe, because I haven't got TikTok. I'm afraid I haven't got TikToks. But well, there are some clues or some tips that even TikTok or creators, experienced creators, could give you. Um, I told you I was going to say the word naturalness loads of times on this conversation, but it works. The algorithm reacts to what people react, and that's a very fast. That's a very fast thing, you know. When people start reacting, engaging to content, because the main thing is to see the full video. That's why on TikTok we recommend do videos as short as possible. Um, and the other thing is that maybe you react or you give a like or you comment, so or you even share it. You find it so interesting that you share it. So I think that's key for the algorithm to be friendly with you. The other side is the algorithm to work as intelligently as possible to fit your needs or your likes or your habits as a user, and that I've got no doubt the algorithm is managing to do.
Amazing. And then I think like because the difference, right, that we see from how the algorithm works from TikTok versus Instagram is the big question marks for brands when they want to engage with TikTok. But strategically thinking, when you think about TikTok algorithm, the chance of, of us working with creators that can create, as you said, organic, very raw, interesting, probably jumping into a trend on TikTok on a hashtag challenge that's happening on the week, the chances of your video getting a massive number of views and engagement can sometimes surpass what Instagram can offer in terms of views and impressions, because it's an element of surprise on TikTok. When you get it right, you get it super right, and then your video can become viral within the platform. And then in less than 24 hours, your video can be distributed to so many people. So the potential on the platform for brand building and brand awareness is huge. Not disregarding what Instagram offers. Please
Of
don't
course
get
not.
it
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah.
I think each platform has, a very different way of creating campaign and getting results. It's just more to here. I think we're trying to say that don't, for brands, for people that are listening to us, creators and brands, that don't be afraid, right, of using TikTok. TikTok is a platform of test and learn. There's no recipe, as you said, because if there was, we would love to know. So it's just more going into the platform and try it. We know one create a direction, and if it doesn't work, try again. But it's all about getting the learnings and getting better and understand what your audience is engaging with, and then you get better and better, and the algorithm can only do good things for you on TikTok when you get it right. Correct?
Yeah, totally agree. And that's the point where the best creators have got, after exploring the algorithm, and well, suddenly they found the great formula for them and for their audience. And that's why creators, I'm talking about not the creators that have millions of audience of followers, but the ones that have got a big bunch of followers, but that have also got a constant performance on their video views. That's the most difficult thing,
Yeah.
and that's what I should recommend any brand to say. Okay, if you want at least some security or some warranty on TikTok, yes, choose the creators that always or nearly always perform good.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at views and looking at like the overall performance, because obviously in TikTok it varies, but then having like a medium where like the performance is really strong is always a good way to judge how the content is going to perform and the creators that you choose. I wanted to ask, as you represent like over 100 talent on TikTok, and we've seen TikTokers in like the US like kind of hit the mainstream, like we've seen the adoption being really quick there, and just wanted to ask you in terms of like what's next for TikTok creators, both on the platform and outside the platform, in your opinion. Hopefully, no boxing events in Spain with TikTokers, but just wanted to ask in your opinion on that.
Well, I think the next step or the next move for TikTok creators, I must say that I've never seen creators as I don't know how to say it, how to express it, as creators with so many skills
Yeah.
as the TikTokers.
Yeah.
There's like this image of TikTokers. There's just people who dance with someone else's music, and that's it. No, that was Musically before Hype Dance or TikTok. And what ByteDance wants to evolve this Musically or early stages TikTok
Yeah.
to what it is now is this creativity, this not showing off, but showing the world your different skills. We've got people in our agency, creators that are really good at singing, that at the same time the same creator is really good at illustrating or drawing. And on the other hand, you've got this specialist on tattooing, and at the same time she's a magnificent gamer.
Yeah.
And she communicates so well that she's on the radio. This multi-scale creator is that what I think should launch them onto the next step. You never know if the next step is on TV or writing books. We've got many projects with really top editorials. I don't know if you say editorials.
Yeah.
To write books, and I think the next step or next for them is absolutely infinite. Whatever they want and whatever their skills lead them to. And of course, I think you told me inside the platform. Well, I think their lifetime as creators and their lifetime on TikTok is so short. I think you never know. Okay, you don't know if they're regarding the followers. You don't know if some of them just reach their higher status, or you never know. This is so young that you never know what's going to be next inside TikTok.
Absolutely, and especially considering like when looking at the creators and looking at some of the talent that you represent, like they have to create content that's like within like the 15, 30 to 1 minute mark, and like they need to act out that content and like create comedy skits and really show their creativity and also their talent in like such a short time frame, which takes a lot. Like that takes a lot of creativity, that takes a lot of skill, like even editing skills to like acting skills to writing the content in a way where like the brand is going to be incorporated seamlessly and is going to be authentic for them.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah. And since the very beginning, when TikTok started, they put the focus on that. And the first TikTok creators that were, TikTok made loads of tutorials to the first important creators, and they always try to focus on plan your content and structure your content, and maybe write a small script or a large script for a 15-second video, but just
Absolutely.
Focus and work, and don't record whatever comes to your head first, but just think it and cook it slow.
So paid advertising on TikTok, on the platform, hashtag challenge, in-feed brands. There's a lot of investment from brands if they wanted to type into a bigger investment rather than just work with creators, right? So what is the benefit of brands going a little bit above and beyond of just working with creators to create content, but investing on in-feed ads, on paid advertising, and even a hashtag challenge? If a brand has to invest in that, why is it benefit for a brand to go to that level? And what are the KPIs that they can expect it from that level of investment rather than just working with creators?
Well, that's a very great question, and that's an even better question to do today and not 2 or 3 months ago, because well, it's normal, TikTok had this like open, happy, free platform where any sort of creator or any sort of brand could just launch content without any restriction, I may say. But now this is normal, TikTok. This is my platform, and I say the owner of TikTok would say, "This is my platform. Let's start monetizing it seriously." So now I've got creators, I've got the audience, I've got the brands looking at me. So why not start? Now the game starts for them, and why not start monetizing this in a really serious way? And a really serious way doesn't always mean you've got to make this hashtag super challenge. I'm not going to say expensive, because it's not expensive if you've got the money, but really with you've got to put 4 zeros to start playing that league. So I think that this is normal, and this changed the way TikTok organic content performed. So maybe brands should start thinking, I should invest on TikTok to have my content amplified. That's normal. But this is not just a matter of hashtag challenge or nothing. You've got the TikTok for business. It's like going back to Instagram too. It's like the Instagram platform, the self-serve platform, where you can invest from 50 euro to this 50,000. So this is something available for everyone, and maybe you can, of course, this is not I'm an interested part, because I represent TikTokers, I manage TikTokers, but I know, and I think the brands know it too, that the TikTok branded content is always has always got to have this creator born, this creator lookalike at least. So spots don't work. Normal TV spots ads don't perform on TikTok. So you've still got to hire these creators. It doesn't matter whether they are superstars or small creators, but you should start focusing too on investing. I don't mean you've got to invest this huge amount of money on the challenges or in feed, but at least to boost what the TikTok team call. I think they call it the boost. That's the name of the product, and you can get yourself into the TikTok for Business platform and self-serve whatever amount of euros or pounds you want to invest on this platform. So you absolutely know for sure that your content is going to perform well.
Yeah, I love the fact that you mentioned about boosting, because there's several ways of working on advertising on TikTok, right? So there's a hashtag challenge, which is much more robust type of activation on the platform and in terms of exposure or engaging UGC. And then you have the in-feed ads, is when you open up the app and then you see advertising there. And then, or you have, the boosting, which the boost, which we love about it, because exactly what you said, the investment can be anything from 100,000 to £100, right, or thousands in dollars, like any occurrence here. And then you can definitely have your content being boosted within the platform, but also getting the call to action, right? Because
Yeah.
do the boosting, you have the call to action button that you can transform that in conversion. And then it's great to demystify, like, oh, it's so expensive to do a call to action and boosting advertising on TikTok. Brands, if you're listening here today, it is not super expensive.
Not at all. Yeah.
Worth it to do it, because you get the call to action, the button to convert, to convert to your web page or to convert to download if you're an app. So there's so many possibilities there. And again, like, investment is much more like what you wanted to invest, rather than having that perception that a TikTok campaign can cost, thousands and thousands of dollars, pounds, which is really depends of the scale, right? You wanted to go. And then super question here: are you creators that you represent, are they typing into live streaming on TikTok? Because live streaming now on TikTok is getting bigger and bigger. So interesting to know if your talents has already typed into it.
Yeah, well, I think they've been there since they started on TikTok, but I should say something to here. They this is their work. They work as TikTokers, most of them. So this is a very important way to monetize your content, because you've got this. Well, they say that TikTok says gifts, but at the end of the day, this is more revenues for them. So yes, but not only as a revenue, but also because that's a place where they've got this real contact with their audiences, and loads of them find ideas, or just test what's working, what's not working, or maybe this is working, but the majority of my audience really don't like this content. So it's like going down to the world and listening to their followers, and that's really good and necessary experience for them.
Amazing. Yeah, and the live streaming on TikTok is super important for creators to engage with the audience and understand who are their audience, what they're looking for, and engage with them on real time. But also an opportunity for brands to create experience, right, through live streaming, working with creators to talk about a brand. And then soon, when TikTok becomes a social commerce platform, which is already on US, but it's kind of evolving across all the other markets. But as soon as the live streaming on TikTok becomes shoppable, is when we will see a huge opportunity there for brands to work with creators, which we are very much looking forward to this moment, to be honest, to be able to do a shop live streaming on TikTok.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because TikTok is so young, and it's got so many important missing things. As we knew, the social networks before, there are no stories on TikTok, there are no swipe ups, there are no links on the copies of the videos, and as you said, you've got the other ways of finding the way to have people locating your CTA and going wherever you want them to go. And even though TikTok still hasn't got, at least we know, well, UK is always, something comes to from US to UK, and after that come to Spain. But I think even it's got a really important lack of tools for brands, even though it's still got to develop for brands. TikTok is amazing, and it's working today.
I just want to, before we start wrapping up, I want to kind of flip the script on you and ask you if you have any questions for me and Amira that you would like to ask us before we ask you the final question.
Wow, I didn't expect this. Well, this is interesting, because I saw that Mayra, was an expert I think I should have done I was a journalist in my early stages, so I should have been the one asking Mayra about her experience with the brands. Yes, I've got now it's a bit trendy on TikTok, so I've got a question for you both. Um, do you think, or are you finding that luxury brands, or at least not massive brands who anyone can buy, that luxury brands will finally land TikTok, or are you finding that they are already landing on TikTok?
Yes, no, great question. I think for luxury brands, they are already on the platforms, right? On the platform, but not all of them yet. We have been working with few luxury brands. For example, we did a campaign last year with Flannels, which is a luxury retailer here in London, in partnership with Gucci, and it was amazing. The response that we had from the audience, seeing a retailer, a luxury retailer like Flannels and Gucci in the platform, engaging people in a very fun and different type of content for a luxury brand. It just proved that, again, TikTok is not just for one specifically niche. What happened with the luxury brands is they are so protective, right, with their brand image. So if
Yeah,
you think about Chanel, for example, so they have a very strong, brand concept and all. It's a luxury brand. And when they go and do campaign on Instagram, on YouTube, you have control of the type of content that's going to be out there and how creators will pursue your brand. When it comes to TikTok, you don't have much control because the UGC can, I can create a content for Chanel on my way, and then I can, picture the brand the way I want. So there is no much control of the type of
yeah,
content you will see on the platform. And then I think this is where luxury brands are still thinking of ways that type into the platform that in a way that they're going to still keep their brand position and brand perception, tone of voice,
yeah,
as they are promoting their brand in other platforms. But TikTok is very difficult to have that control, right? And you have, for example, Burberry did an amazing hashtag challenge last year. And the way that they did was very smart because they create a filter and a campaign that was all about dance and music, but having the Burberry check element in there to make it fun. So that is great because you can dance, you can sing the song of the challenge, but you're gonna have all the branding, which is the house check of Burberry in there, that says, like, indirectly, that is Burberry because the house check of Burberry is so strong. It's been for 100 years, so everyone looks at Burberry house check and know it's Burberry. So there's ways of you creating hashtag challenge or campaign for luxury brands that even if the UGC content doesn't come across uh, within your brand, with a branding tone of voice, but it's still having that fun element where your brand is trying to type into the platform. I think it's more about, how to strategically thinking. But on my view, this is what putting a little bit off some of luxury brands of not joining the platform yet. But this has been changing. So we've been seeing like Marc Jacobs creating incredible campaigns within the platform. Dior is doing a lot of campaigns in
mhm,
there. So I think slowly it is changing because they understand the potential. And then another thing is, right? So every brand wants to type into jeans ears, right? So and if you wanted to reach the jeans ears, there's no other platform that you should go for with is TikTok. So we will see more and more luxury brands coming to the platform for sure.
I agree. Like I
great to
100%.
hear that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that there's like two things that we need to look at here. It's like one, For example, like we've seen luxury brands promote on Twitch, and I don't think that's something that we ever thought we would see, like when Twitch started. So I think that's like moving into TikTok now. And we also need to look at the analytics and the age demographic on TikTok, because I think brands initially thought that this would be like 13, 15, 16-year-olds that are on the platform. And now as the age of the platform is scaling up, brands are moving more and more into the platform. So we are going to see more luxury brands and luxury goods move into exploring TikTok and working with creators on TikTok as the purchasing power of the viewers of the platform grows as well.
Yeah, or at least the scope. So that's the most interesting thing for us. So we can pick clients or brands from one place or another. Yeah. Absolutely agree. Well,
And I
thanks.
think we love to talk about TikTok, and we could stay here, for a few more minutes. But sadly, we're gonna have to wrap up. But before, as you have an agency that represents creators, so if we have today on our listening ears, if we have creators listening to us, what is the fundamental step for a creator to join TikTok? And if they wanted to join your agency, what you're looking for? So let's talk about it. If I want to be a TikToker, what do I have to do? And if I wanted to join an agency that represents TikToker, what are the key things that the creator has to have to be able to be represented by an agency?
Well, first of all, I think that to be a TikToker, you just have to be in love with TikTok. That's all, and that will make you be creative. That will make you be natural. That will make you be most of all constant. Because if you're not constant, you won't ever be successful on TikTok. And above all, have fun with what you're doing, and don't consider this as a job, at least until the moment arrives. Okay, so just focus on creating, having fun, and now after that everything will come by itself. That's the first thing. And what they will need to be represented by an agency, sorry, or at least by Tika's agency, it's just to have this. I know. Sometimes I make mistakes when it's not me. I say, or my team make mistakes when scouting, but. Most of the times it's not a question of, it's not a matter of being followed by thousands or millions of people. It's just, you see, they've got this, this thing that makes them special. So if you've got something that makes you special, you are on board and welcome on board to Tickers, at least.
Lovely. Thank you so much. And great advice, because that's the questions that, a lot of, talents that we work with, they ask us, oh, if I want to be on TikTok, what do I have to do? And if I want to be part of an agency, what would be, the key elements that I have to be able to be part of an agency? So great response. Lovely conversation. Thank you so much for joining us.
You too. Thank you very much.
Today.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you for your time. I'm pretty sure that our listener has enjoyed our conversation today. TikTok is a subject that everyone, every brand, every creator, and everyone that is, wanted to know more about, social media, social platform. TikTok is always a subject that we have a great demand of people wanting to know more about it. So thank you so much for being with us here today. And hopefully you have enjoyed. And for our listeners here, and of course, thank you, Alex, for being here with me today, as always.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
For our listeners, thank you so much for have joined us in another great episode. If you like, don't forget to give your comment. Don't forget to sign up for all our channels, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Play. Please join us, share this episode with your friends, and making sure that you're going to be tuning in on our next episode. And if you have any recommendation of topic that you would love us to be talking about here on our Influencer Marketing Uncover podcast, please give a comment, say what you wanted to hear, and we'll be sure to bring a special guest to talk about the topic that you want us to be typing in. Thank you so much to everyone that has been joining us and supporting our podcast. See you next time. Thank you so much.